Well, hello there. How y'all doing? Come on in, come on in, come on in. I want you to get yourself comfortable because we have a show for you today. I want you to lean in with Commissioner Henry E. Brooks and my special guest, Linda Phillips. Miss Phillips is the administrator of Shelby County elections. I'm glad she's here. And you all know Memphis, Shelby County, know what we're about to get into right now. It's a big deal. We're coming up to our May primary, 2026 May primary. And I'm going to let Linda talk about this because we have, and I don't know if you call it abnormal or historic number of candidates in races, but we have a lot of candidates in all of the races. Races from Shelby County mayor to what? Talk to us about that.
There's virtually all county offices are on this
All
ballot.
county, okay.
So the county mayor, all 13 county commissioners. Then we have the assessor, the trustee, numerous court clerks, pretty much everybody that's in county government except the assessor and the juvenile court clerk.
Except the assessor.
Yeah. The assessor runs in an odd cycle.
Oh, the assessor is not on the ballot this year?
Oh, no, you're right. The assessor is on the ballot.
Okay. So, and within that, there's a subset of candidates for each one of those offices.
Okay. Well, this is a primary election, so it's the purposes for the voters of that party to select their candidates to go to the general election, which will be in August. But basically, most of the races in Shelby County are decided at the primary level. So the primary is really important. People need to come out and vote and make their choices.
Did y'all hear that? The primary, according to the administrator, is very important. That means you need to come on out and vote. Don't say, well, I'll just wait till my candidate get to the general election. Because for a number of reasons, your candidate may not get to the general election.
There's 7 candidates running on the Democratic ticket for county mayor. There's 4 candidates for county mayor on the Republican ticket. So this is where you need to make a choice.
Right. If you want to support your candidate, don't procrastinate. Come on out.
Make sure you're registered. The deadline to register.
Well, let's talk about that. What's the deadline for registration?
Is Monday, April the 5th.
Monday, April 5th.
Now,
is the deadline
that is a county holiday, but the Election Commission will be open. Both offices will be open because that is the last day of voter registration.
Wait a minute. Why is the 5th? I thought it was April 4th.
You could be right. Yes, you're probably more right. You voted on those. But whatever that Monday is, the county will be closed, but we'll be open.
Okay, so we need to make sure. And I tell people, maybe you did vote in the last election, but it doesn't hurt to check. Just make sure. They can call you. They can go online. They
can go to shelbyvote.com and follow the link to verify that they're on the rolls. And a lot of voters have been made inactive, but that's okay. The only thing you have to do to be an active voter is show up and vote. So even if you're inactive, go on and vote, and that'll solve the problem.
Okay, so how would I know that I'm inactive?
Well, if you go to govotn.gov or our website and look yourself up, it may say that you're inactive. But don't panic. What that probably means is you just need to update your address.
Okay, so inactive voters are voters who maybe have moved and didn't change their address.
They're a voter that has probably moved. We've gotten objective third-party evidence from some source that tells us that may not be their most current address. So if the Department of Safety, for example, has a newer address, then we'll be notified. If the change of address system in the U.S. Post Office Service, they have a different address, we'll be notified. And then if you haven't voted in 4 years, we may make you inactive, and we'll send you a card. And if you get a card in the mail from us, please don't ignore it.
Yeah,
Fill out your new address and send it back to us. It's postage paid, doesn't cost you a dime.
And some of us, if you've moved and you didn't have your mail forwarded, so go online and just make sure that everything is correct. They have your correct address. You have your voting location. just check all of that because you don't want to, and a lot of us do not do early voting, and I encourage you to do that just in case, because there may be a hiccup. And if you have a hiccup, you catch it during early voting, then you can fix it.
Right.
But if you wait until May 5th, Election Day, you
And
may have a little time to fix it.
Yeah, if you're in the wrong place on Election Day, you have to go to the correct place to vote.
Okay.
But in early voting, you can go anywhere.
Right. Anywhere.
So, even if you changed your address, just go to the first early voting site you see. You'll fill out a simple form to change your address, and then you'll go vote.
Okay.
It's very simple, very quick.
Okay.
Like I said, if you wait till Election Day, make sure you're in the polling place for your new precinct.
Absolutely. You got to be in that polling place. So let me ask you this now. When we talk about on Election Day, I've got a little hiccup because I forgot. I didn't check my mailbox because I moved and all of that, didn't change my address. So here it is, May 5th. I go to the poll that I normally vote. And they said, well, you're not here. You're not on the roll. So can I rush home, or if I can't get to the poll, what can I do?
That's actually pretty easy. If you go to the wrong polling place on Election Day, the poll workers there will tell you what your correct polling place is based on your new address. But don't wait till 5:55 to do that. Yeah, go. Early in the morning, midday.
Yeah.
5:55 is probably okay, depending on how far away you moved.
Right.
But
and this
because
is
we
gonna
close
be,
at 7.
Yeah.
So.
This election will probably have lines during early voting. Would you say?
Generally not in primaries. In years past, we've not, like the last day of early voting, you may see some lines. And the first day, there may be some lines, but usually in the middle, it's not too bad.
What are all these candidates?
I don't see having it unless history tells me that even if we have a lot of candidates, we don't have proportionally that many more voters.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
So I always staff up, and I have a kind of a non-scientific way to predict turnout. I run around the whole community and see how many yard signs are up.
Oh, okay. That's one way to do it.
Yes, it's not real scientific, but I found that if there are yard signs in people's yards, that means they're supporting a particular candidate. If you see lots of yard signs, then you see lots of people who are probably going to come vote.
Okay.
Now, that doesn't count the ones you stick in the medians and, but ones in people's homes really are a pretty good predictor.
Okay. So we have these people who were right here in Shelby County who can vote early voting. We haven't selected early voting sites yet, have we?
The commission has not approved them.
Okay, so we're waiting for that. But it will be about 10 days of early voting, right?
Yes.
Okay, so we'll get that later. What about individuals who need to vote absentee because they're maybe in an independent living, assisted living facility, or homebound, or going to be out of town, or work related?
Voters who meet one of the 14 reasons that they can cast an absentee ballot may apply for an absentee ballot by mail. We'll mail the ballot to them. So a voter with a disability who can't get out, or someone who's caring for someone who's ill, a college student that's away and won't be back during the entire early voting or election day period.
Right.
Transportation workers, we have a lot of that because, of course, we're a hub for transport. There's a number of other reasons why you can vote absentee.
But give me some dates on that to help them
well,
know.
you can apply now. The application is on our website. Go ahead and apply and mail it to us. Or you can, if you're put an original signature and you have a scan, you can scan it to us and email it. But we have to have an original signature. You can't just type your name in it. So,
Right.
and then we will mail you a ballot. We don't start mailing ballots until about 30 days prior to the election.
Okay, so that'll be April sometime.
Right around the 1st of April.
Okay, and what's the cutoff?
You have to get us your application 10 days prior to the election.
Okay.
So 10 days prior to the election is the last time we can receive an application and mail a ballot.
Okay.
Because we have to get it. It's a two-step process. We have to get your application. I mean, we just don't mail ballots out to just anybody. You got to ask for it.
Right.
And your signature has to match what we have on our records.
Right.
So once we get your application and when the ballots are ready, we will mail the ballot to whatever address you specified. And then you fill it out and you put it, follow the directions. It'll have a direction sheet with it. Fold it back up, put it in the security envelope, put it in its outer envelope, stick a stamp on it, and mail it to us. And then we will count it on Election Day.
Okay, so there's a process for everything. So that's for individuals who can do that. What about the individuals who are in assisted living facilities, people a little bit older than me?
Okay.
I'm pretty old, y'all.
Well, we do visit all of the nursing homes in Shelby County. And many of those facilities include assisted living. Now, if you're an independent living facility that's just off by itself, it doesn't have a nursing home, then you'll need to make arrangements to vote. But generally, what we found is that the activities director at independent living facilities arranged to take you to an early voting location.
So you do not go to those?
We don't go to independent living facilities unless they're associated with a nursing home on the same property.
Okay.
But we do visit every nursing home.
When do you all do that?
Well, it starts about 27 days before the election, and we try to be done by the end of early voting, but every once in a while we have to go another day or so.
So do you just take a ballot out there and notarize it?
We take a bipartisan team. There's a bipartisan team of 4 officers, 2 Republicans, 2 Democrats. They have paper ballots. They have machines. Because we offer voters the same choices in nursing home and assisted living that we do everywhere else. So they can choose whether to use a machine or whether to vote on paper. And it's about 50-50. So once they vote, then those votes are scanned into the scanners, and then they'll be the results released on election night.
Okay. I know there's a group of people who are interested in participating on your side of it, on the, I guess you call it administrative side, as registrars. I guess they are deputy registrars. How do they get involved in that?
Well, the deputy registrar is a program that we run where we train people and make them, we deputize them to be voter registration deputies, and they go out and help us in the high schools, registering seniors. They help us with voter registration drives at various locations. We're also generally looking for poll workers, and those are people who work on Election Day. It's admittedly a very long day, but it's a very important job, and they are paid for that as well as the training.
Okay, wait a minute now. So poll workers on Election Day, those are the ones who are inside.
Right. They're inside.
People from one section to the other section. Okay,
right. They're the ones that sign you in, direct you to a machine, make sure that you put your ballot in the scanner, and give you the all-important I voted sticker.
I love those. I always put it on my dashboard. But I tell you one thing also now, and I encountered this because I'm old-fashioned. I like a paper ballot.
Okay.
I just like my pencil and my paper ballot.
Okay.
So I want voters to know that you do not automatically get a paper ballot. You have to ask for it, right?
No, you're offered the choice. When you sign in, you're offered the choice of paper or machine.
Oh, you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But in case you're not offered,
well, we train them pretty well. They're supposed to ask every single voter.
Okay. Well, yeah, we might need to emphasize that because I have to ask for one.
Okay. Well, we haven't done it. We haven't had an election in 25, so we are going to have to do some training.
Yeah. Well, it's important for some people. I don't know. It may be a few of us who have this, thing about using paper and pencil.
About 2% of our voters select paper ballots. The rest prefer the machine-marked ballots.
Okay.
And they both have advantages. You're more comfortable marking the paper. That's great. But the machine ballots do offer, they won't let you overvote, and they'll warn you if you're undervoting. And so that's a double check that a lot of voters like.
glad you said that because we do go. I've used the machine, and I've done this. I've, picked all my candidates, and I'm ready to go. Getting ready to come out. Didn't press vote.
Yeah, you got to push that final button there, and then you'll get a piece of paper with your choices recorded. And I urge voters to look at that piece of paper and make sure that's what you meant.
Right.
Because if you made a mistake, no problem. We'll just void that ballot and give you another blank one, so you can get it just the way you want it.
You know what? I know our time is short, but I need to ask you about this because I'm listening to the national news, and I'm hearing first thing that the state, oh my goodness, Secretary of State Trey Hargett, and all the other Secretary of States that complied were asked to send the voter rolls to D.C.
They did not involve the local people in that. If they were asked and they sent it, they did not involve
So
me.
you weren't involved in that?
No.
Yeah. I'm just wondering why would they? What's the need to have voter rolls? Okay.
Elections are administered at the state and local level. I really don't know.
Okay. But along those lines, if there are any issues, if people encounter any issues, what do you suggest? I mean, what
they need
advice?
to talk to a poll worker. That's what they're there for. They're there to help voters. And ask the poll worker your question before you put your ballot into the machine. Once that ballot has dropped into the machine, it's over. It's done. You're finished.
Okay.
So ask for help. Ask your questions. Make sure you get your questions answered. And if they aren't answered, then they can bounce them up to the supervisors of the area. And, sometimes they even get to me.
Okay, let's have a phone number before we go here.
Okay, 901-222-1200.
And that 901-222-1200. Okay, and ShelbyVote.com.
ShelbyVote.com.
ShelbyVote.com. So, please, if you have any questions, you all got your little phones. Go on your phone, your laptop, or what have you, before May 5th. Okay, don't wait till the last minute, because if you wait till the last minute, you're going to panic and you probably get something wrong. Linda, thank you so much for being here, and we may need to have you back again.
No problem.
This is going to be an exciting primary.
That it is.
Okay.
That it is. Okay. Virtually every race has a contest in it. So
there you go.
So
listen, you all. Let's get all of our election plans together. Make sure you know where you're going to vote, when you're going to vote, and take someone with you. Thank you all for listening in. Glad to have you. Glad to have my guest, Linda Phillips, Administrator of Elections for Shelby County. And you can get this podcast anywhere you find a podcast, anywhere. So tune in again for Lean In with Commissioner Henri E. Brooks. Bye now.